going to welcome everyone. It's a beautiful evening. I hope you've been enjoying the gardening and all the walks you're going on. I'm going to start while more people come because I'm expecting a few more. But my journey into Rotary, and be thinking about what your journey is into Rotary. I think it's important to practice that and tell as many people as you can. I began as a Girl Scout, as a helper. That is my beginning of being a helper and really enjoying helping others. I call it a helper's high. And I think that's what all of we have, is a helper's high. And that's what keeps us going in Rotary. So after that, I went to Australia after college, and I was a teacher there. And a girlfriend of mine said, oh, my dad is president of his Rotary Club. Oh, this was in the early 70s. And he's feeding the homeless. And I'm like, what? Okay, I'll go. That sounds like fun. When I got there, lots of old guys. So of course, my immediate thought is, okay, this is old people. And you know, I'm in my 20s. So skipping forward and going forward, it's now 2000. I know that's a big leap, but I was hired at Shorecrest High School as a career counselor, and I was there for 10 years. And the first day I realized the kids needed help at doing interviewing skills, either for jobs or for applying to colleges so they could get some practice. So I didn't know what to do, but in my mind, I'm thinking, I think there's a Rotary Club here in Lake Forest Park. So I found my way to the Rotary Club. And guess what? I walk in the door. I know like half the people. How come they didn't invite me earlier? I probably could have been a Rotarian for 30 years if it weren't for that. So it's just very important that our image is out there. I recruited half the club to do interviewing of high school students. I was overjoyed. I came back to thank the club for helping me and giving the kids the experience they needed. And right then and there, I was a Rotarian. So I've been a Rotarian for 20 years. What? Okay, where have you been? Oh, 6 grandchildren, you know, crazy stuff going on, working at the school. But finally, I went to Ethiopia with Ezra 5 years ago, and that just opened my door to how much I love Rotary. And I've just been going ever since. So I know you all have a similar story, but please tell other people. It's really important that we tell other people. You are the beginning of the public image. It starts with you. So we're going to talk about logos and slogans and brand. I wanted to start with the Nike swoosh. You know, there it is. There's the logo. Their slogan is what? What is their slogan? What is their slogan?
Just do it. Just
do it, exactly. And then after that, if you buy a pair of shoes, you're gonna feel like an amazing athlete. So, you know, that is, you know, the transition there. What is ours? Okay, we have a logo. It's the wheel. I think it's behind me on this side. Yep. Okay. And in that wheel, there are spokes. You see the spokes on the wheel? Those are the 6 avenues of service. You know all about that. You guys are experts. 6 avenues of service. It all has to do with our passion for Rotary. So what makes that wheel go around and keep going? It's the teeth around the wheel. It's the teeth. It's the tread, you know, where the rubber hits the road. This is the way we work, and we make sure all our passions come true. So keep that in mind, that the outside of the wheel represents the work that needs to be done. It's totally important, and we work together to make sure that that's amazing. So we have a website. If you don't have this, if you're not on it already, make sure you get a password, myrotary.org. You probably all do. Incredible logos and just amazing work, okay? So please check that out. That'll be great. Next, thank you. So here we go. Here are the spokes of the wheel, all right? 6 avenues of service. You all know about those. So it's pretty exciting. I see, and I usually, when this year I was president of my club, every time we had an event, I would think, what spoke am I working on? How can we be visible to attract more people to our wheel and more people to work with us? Next, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I got this from Kathleen Davis. I've been watching a lot of the festival activities as well, and I thought that was really a cool graphic. You know, she's the global guru for all our grants. So you can see fighting disease, that seems to be the highest percentage, and then providing clean water. So just keep in mind the spokes, and maybe when you're engaging in community activities, think about that spoke and what category that might go into. Even though these are global, I just want you to see that wheel in your mind going around. Okay, thank you. And public image. Okay, this is our beautiful Stephen Crane. He died last year, but he came to our club, and that's me giving polio drops. I mean, it was the most amazing event of my whole life. That's just incredible. Thank you. And then here, showing our brand in our community. So what is our brand? What is it? Service above self. We are walking billboards for service above self. We need to shout it at the highest steeple. I mean, this is really important stuff. A brand is more than a logo, okay? A brand is more than a logo. I'm reading this straight from My Rotary, so there's lots of good information. Rotary brand is much bigger than its wheel. It's a perception. It's how others think about us, not just how we see ourselves. So even though we're working as an individual, how do other people see us? Okay, and then when we talk about Rotary brand, we're talking about the basic qualities and goals that unite the Rotary clubs and the districts. Service above self, people of action. We're people of action. Rotarians at work. Just keep seeing that wheel go around. The more members, the more we work together, that wheel is going to keep moving forward. Thank you, Greg. Okay, more writing from My Rotary. Check it out. A brand is more than a logo. Rotarians are so important in our world. We save lives. Whoa, really? Look at those 6 avenues of service. We save lives. We actually do that. That can be your tagline too, in your elevator streets. Elevator speech, okay? Save lives. Okay, next. Thank you, Greg. Okay, so public image. Our Rotary brand is everything we say, what we do, how we communicate, what we experience, and what others experience with us. So, you know, that's a heavy brand we're carrying on our back. It's like a billboard. It says a sandwich board in front of us. Everything we say, what we do, how we communicate, what we experience, and what others experience as well. So really be thinking about how important we are going forward every day as we walk this earth. Okay, thank you, Greg. Okay, wearing the brand. Okay, so I've got my Rotary shirt on. That's my shirt. And I just love this shirt. It's just great. And lots of people notice it. They notice and they say, whoa, I want to know what does that mean? So just be ready. Be ready. Next. Okay, what is public image? What's my role? It begins with me. Okay, I was in my sorority. I was the recruiter, the head recruiter for my sorority. So I know about recruitment and I know how to be happy and show myself, show my emotion, be prepared, just, you know, shed a tear if you went to Ethiopia and gave drops. I know I do all the time. So recruitment begins with you. I want to start at the bottom. Do I wear my Rotary pin and emblems? Okay, I have something to read to you. Okay, the reason I wear my Rotary pin, this is from Ron Nethercutt. He's from the Philippines, a Rotary club in the Philippines. On an unexpected surprise as a member of Rotary, I came to a large Chamber of Commerce meeting held at a trade center in New Orleans. A young lady approached me and said, I want to thank you. I asked, why? Have we met before? She responded by saying she saw my Rotary pin that I was wearing and gave me a thanks for all that I had done. Apparently, she went to tell him on that she was a Rotary scholar and did a youth exchange program as a high school student. So people are watching us. Please wear your pin. Do you know where your pins are? Do you have them all in one space? In a little box, special. So before you go out the door, you stick a pin on. I'm sure you all have stories about someone who said, wow, Rotary, well, what's that? Also, do you introduce yourself as a Rotarian first? So I've been to a couple meetings to meet the mayor in Lake Forest Park, and I've sat in a coffee group. And in that coffee group, you go around, you say who you are. My first thing is, my name is Robin Rote, and I'm a Rotarian. And right away, people are, oh, what's a Rotarian? And then I tell them about the projects that we have in our area. Can you answer the question? Why Rotary? What do Rotarians do? So, you know, maybe that's hard, but pick a project that you really love, and then it'll be easy for you. Okay, next.
Okay.
Thank you. Here we go. Hey, baseball cap. That's belongs to somebody in my club. Okay, shirts, jackets for everyone. So this is our own individual Rotary Club of Lake Forest Park logo. See, we got the trees and the water and the sun shining. So I'm sure some of your clubs have a logo, maybe some don't. But it's very important to wear your logo so people know who you are and what your image is in the community. Thank you. Next. Okay, wear it often, wear it proudly. Others will notice. So please keep it up, wear your stuff, okay? You're a walking brand, remember that. Okay, next. Okay, where do I begin? How come I joined Rotary? What's a helper's high? So I told you in the beginning, you know, getting excited when I was in high school, I was a Girl Scout. We did so many projects for other people and earned all those badges. Really cool. Well, I never forgot that. That was the seed of helping. So think about where your seed is and how you grew into a Rotarian. When did you first know you wanted to be one? So service above self and showing that and being together as a group is crucial. So public image again. Thank you. Next. Okay, I am Rotary. I am Rotary. So what's an elevator speech? What is it? That's when you're down on the ground floor and you go up 10 floors and they get out and they can't hear you anymore, right? So what's an elevator speech? Okay, so one of my past presidents had a card made up that said, what is Rotary? Rotary is a non-sectarian, non-political organization of men and women making a difference in our community. Well, I think that's great, but I think I wouldn't take this card out and read it in the elevator. So probably what I would do is just make it fun. My club is fun. We all work together. It's not political, it's not religious. We all have something in common, and that's helping other people. And my favorite project is this. So it's pretty simple. Just using enthusiasm and speak from your heart. Okay, are you ready to brag about your club? What's your favorite project? You know, try to, as the public image person of your club, get them thinking about these things. Maybe you have a practice of elevator speech in your club. You know, that's really a cool thing to practice. And you can work together with the membership person because they all dovetail together. This is really important. Okay, thank you. Okay, here's where you get to say something. What is the one word that describes my club? Go ahead, Greg, tell them what to do.
All right. As you see at the bottom of your screen, there's a Q&A little button. If you click on that Q&A button, you can then enter one word that describes your club.
Thank you.
And then I'll capture all of those, and these will actually be shared so you can see what other people are saying about their clubs.
Yeah, I think that's a really important exercise, and that's a good way to describe what you're doing and describe Rotary at large. What is Rotary International? You know, okay, it's go
Can
ahead.
you tell me, Robin, can you see this Q&A on the screen?
I just clicked on it. Yeah, okay. Oh, yes, I can.
So this is great. We've got 15 already.
Okay, can we get some more? 10, 9.
And what's interesting is the similarity in a lot of these: family, effective, growing, education, energetic, caring.
Good, I like it. I like it.
Fun, mighty, community, compassionate.
Wow. So I am Rotary. I am a walking ad for Rotary. What's my sandwich board say? We are fun. We are energetic. I am a Rotarian. Think about all those things you can say.
Oh, here's a good one too. Super active.
Oh, like that.
All right. It's back to you, Robin.
Okay, thank you. All right, you can go on. Thank you. Next. Okay, so super fun. That's what I said too. We are super fun. Show people in your community that you are a fun club and you are social and you do creative activities. What was Bill McElroy's slogan for this year? Have fun. Please have fun. So that's really what we did. So we had our 4th annual Mother's Day concert at my home, and that's my sandwich board out on the sidewalk. And we had a lot of newcomers join because it said Zoom meeting for Mother's Day. So we had a Zoom Mother's Day concert. And that's where to get the link. So, you know, be imaginative, think out of the box. Okay, community support. Thank you. Okay, whoa, this is us having fun. We all wore a tie the day that our very own Bill came to visit us and give us his gimme pitch. So that was really fun. Everybody in the club wore a tie. It was just a hoot. And thank you, Bill. You're just a good sport. Okay, thank you. Okay, what is it about being a Rotarian that spoke to you? Something emotional. Dig down, see what it is. Okay, what's my elevator speech again? Short and sweet. Okay, I'm only going up to the 5th floor. Whoa, you're a Rotarian. What is that? Well, I call it a bunch of Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts. We're together, doing good work, having a lot of fun. Okay, bye, have a nice day. Here's my card. It's got my picture on it. Call me sometime. I'll invite you to lunch. That's it. Okay, so think of something fun and short and sweet. Are you ready to extend yourself in the name of Rotary? Wear that sandwich board wherever you go when you go out that front door. Okay, next. Okay, social media matters. Oh geez, my hair's not that color anymore. Getting a little gray here. Anyway, that's a Facebook. Proud member of Rotary. Okay, next one. Who is that? Someone posted that, Bloodworks, Northwest, and guess what? We have a code when we go to Northwest Bloodworks, RTY, Rotary. So the people, all the people in the, that are treating us and taking our blood, all know we're Rotarians. You know, it's exciting. Look at Kathy Gibson has her Rotary wheel. That's Kathy. Okay, excellent. Next. Okay, Bill's going to take over this part. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Robin. I turned my mic off a little bit so I wouldn't interrupt you. It's kind of hard to follow your enthusiasm.
Oh, well, you know what? My fellow Rotarians from Lake Forest Park told me not to sit on my fitness ball.
Uh-oh, okay.
He said, don't do that. Otherwise, everybody will get seasick. So go for it. Go.
Okay. Well, you know, the question, what is my personal platform? This is something that was kind of kind of hit me home a few years ago when John Matthews was talking to us and talking to the class, and he says, you know, as a Rotarian, people look at you in a different light, and they, you know, when you're in public, you always have to kind of keep that in mind. It's you know, you can't be a Rotarian at one time and then be a different personality at some other time in your life. And in other words, one of the most important things you can do is to be true to yourself. The first impressions have the ability to make or break a business, and a positive experience can create a long-lasting relationship no matter what. So when you think about it, how you relate to people on a very first impression is probably one of the most important things you can do in the first 10 minutes. And how does that relate to email and Facebook and, you know, Instagram and Twitter? Well, there's some do's, there's some don'ts, and I'm just as guilty as some of them. But, you know, but what they say the do's are, one of them is that is to have yourself a sense of humor. And then besides that, again, be yourself. You know, don't try to falsify yourself or try to pretend who you're not, because people will see right through that. Be creative, and, you know, just kind of live your life. Be consistent at the whole time. So if you look in your Facebook account, which I just did recently, and I took a look at the likes on some of the posts that I've done, the ones that had the highest likes, or the, you know, the thumbs up, for instance, happened to be the ones that had humor to them, and the ones that had some engaging attributes to it that Rotary was doing. And it was the humor and there was engaging activities. It wasn't, you know, you don't need to take, I never took a picture of a meal, for instance, and posted my dinner on Facebook. It just doesn't, you know, it's one of the things that you don't want to do. But there are some things that you don't want to do in Facebook or any type of social media. And you really don't want to share too much information. In other words, when people look at Facebook or the social media, it's usually a quick type of thing they want to look at. They want to grab your attention. So keep that in mind when you post. Don't share your strong opinions. There are, and let's just talk politics for a second. I've got friends that are so far right. I've got friends that are so far left. I got friends that, you know, I have no idea what they're doing, and those are the ones that I kind of like to read about, because I don't need to listen to the strong opinions, because I have my own opinion, for instance. So I keep that low key, and just keep in mind that when there's an action picture, you showed one, Robin, that had two pictures on your current slides. It had one of you doing polio drops, and it had one with Steve Crane. The one, I'll guarantee you, that caught everybody's mind was the action picture of you having the drops of the polio drops being added. Why? Because that's called an action picture. It's engaging. It brings, there's people doing things. And if you go through your Facebook accounts, and you know, everybody's probably got one, and you just look at how many likes you have and and you'll see, oh, some people want 2 or 3, some people want 6 likes. And then all of a sudden you see one that's got like 50 likes or 60 likes. And you go, what's the difference of that post versus something else which you're posting? And be consistent with what you post and make that on an ongoing basis. The club Facebooks can be so powerful in what they do, because you can, if you think about this, I have approximately 500 friends that are on my Facebook account. If I post one thing on my Facebook account and someone shares it on their Facebook account, that's shared to another 400 people. And if that person shares it to their Facebook account, that's 400 or 500 more people. Now, if you've got 40 members in a club sharing a post on the website, showing something that the club did, showing something that is really exciting to do, what happens is you can multiply 400 times 40 members. You got yourself, 16,000 hits. And that's how fast it can hit, and it goes out, and there's no charge. So the power you have in coordinating PR releases and Facebook and social media is so important. Making sure that you post the right information, make sure it's action, and make sure that, you know, you always ask the question, you know, again, notice the one thing that's on my slide, inviting friends to join. It's always nice to have a tagline in some type with the club. Mill Creek's club, it says passion for service. And I always said, what is your passion? I'd like to hear what your passion is. And so that's inviting, that it's asking the question. And by the way, the Rotary event updates on my platform, the biggest one we ever had on my Facebook, at least, had close to 100 likes, happened to be the YMCA grand opening on the event with our club president, with Kyla. She was a past president. And it was a huge, I mean, and everybody shared it and liked it because it was a huge project being done. So again, keep it personal, have fun. Don't get into the weeds in Facebook. People don't like getting in the weeds. If you really want to get in there, call the person personally and keep it light, but always ask, always with the idea, and then check to see what the results are going back a year, and to see if you can dress yourself up and kind of post to see if you can get good reactions. I hope that answers your question. I hope if you have any other questions, feel free to give me a call or ask Robin. You know, we're here to help you.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Bill. Okay, Greg. Okay, so the community, does my community know my club? You know, maybe my community knows me on Facebook, but does my community know that I'm a Rotarian? Who knows us? Think outside of the box. Like I told you, I'd go to the mayor's coffee. We have the police chief in our club, Lake Forest Park, which is cool. We have 2 council people. We're working on a couple more. And we have several business owners from our little Lake Forest Park village. So we want to be known. Is the Rotary logo in the front window of that store? Are we in the local newspaper, whether it's online or hard copy? So there is more you can do. More you can do so that the community knows you. So what are some ideas to improve your visibility? Talk to your team. Figure out how can we do something fun and special to include families so people in the community know you care and they want to ask the question, whoa, what is Rotary? This is a pretty cool outfit. So this year I decided to, and I'd been dying to do it ever since I went to Ethiopia. I had a dip into Lake Washington at Sheridan Beach Club. We had an amazing turnout. Lots of people coming to dip and go into the lake, and it was just a hoot. And of course, I put it on Facebook. We had a blast. And I have followers. I teach Pilates and exercise fitness classes, so I have a lot of people that follow me. So I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to tell them I'm a Rotarian. Come dip in the lake. And it was surprising how many people did. Even the police chief came and he went in the lake with his clothes on. He took off his gun and gave it to his son to hold and jumped into the lake. So, you know, that just raised a lot of excitement in our community. Okay, thank you, Greg.
Well, and you might want to point out this was in January. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
lake was a little cold.
Yeah, that's right. It was called, whoops, I gotta get my little towel.
Maybe polar dip would be a better name.
Yeah, this is it.
Or polar bear plunge.
This is it. There's the towel, and everybody got one.
All right.
Next year, we're gonna have a different color. Same logo, they'll get a new towel, golf towel. So thank you, Greg, for reminding me. And then, you know, a park. This is Blue Heron Park, City of Lake Forest Park, and we adopted that park. I actually went to take that picture, and I need to go back and clean that sign. It's got dirt on it. But anyway, it's a beautiful park, and you know, we're trying to take care of that. So there's an idea. And then here's our going into the City of Lake Forest Park with where we meet at the Presbyterian Church. We've met there for years and years. So we're about to have our 34th birthday for our Rotary Club. So, you know, I got to go back and clean that sign too. Okay. Anyway, I wanted you to see. Okay, sponsorships and promotions. Is there a park? Is there a garden that you can work on? Is there a bench? Is there a bench that you can donate into a beautiful area that someone would enjoy sitting and put the logo of your Rotary Club? A walking path to claim. Okay, and just really thinking outside of the box. Music festival, school auctions. There was we have a award-winning hip hop team at Shorecrest High School, and we sponsor them, and we had our logo up as one of the sponsors before the hip hop performance began. And that's just attracting a whole different crowd. So really think of who would be interested. We want people to know what we do. We want people to know we save lives and we care about our fellow community people. Okay, and polio night, of course. We can always do more. So here's being visible, be happy, yearly jazz walk. We're always a part of that, and we joined the Shoreline Rotary Club to do this event, which gives us double the club people to be there and be happy with new guests that don't know we exist. Public image. Okay, next. Okay, well, there's Andrew, Shoreline Rotary, and myself. This is a pet parade. Oh, I mean, really? A pet parade in Lake Forest Park. And he and I were the judges, and that was our first place choice, these little ping pong girls with their little doggy. So, you know, corny stuff works too. People want to see you out there with your Rotary shirt on. They want to see that you care about the community. Okay, thank you. Okay, who's on your team? Who is going to be on your team? Public image people. Is there someone that can do Facebook? Someone who is interested in Instagram? You already have someone who does your website. Maybe you can get a little bit more creative there. Your local online news. We have a Shoreline area news, and that gal is so great. She, just like Karma, just amazing, right on, just will tell everything that we're doing in the community. And what else? Every club is unique, so make it your own. So I just encourage you to get at least 4 or 5 people on public image, and let's get ourselves out there. Okay, next, I'm coming to the end. We'll have some questions if anybody has anything, but our Rotary brand will grow Rotary automatically if we take it upon ourselves individually to carry that brand with us and get the community behind us. We will be able to grow Rotary and work together to turn that wheel. We need more people that care and want to save lives and want to be the best they can be in our club. So every Rotarian represents the Rotary brand. That means you. Okay, I came up with this idea. You know, every Rotarian every year, you know, we all want to give something to RI. Well, what if every Rotarian every year committed to invite one person and ask that one person to join us, to join the club? So think about, is there someone? Remember, busy people always have, they can come. But really, a lot of people are just waiting for you to ask them. They know you're busy. They want to follow you. But let them have the opportunity to say, yeah, I want a free breakfast. That sounds good. Oh, you serve bacon. Good. Yeah. And or say, no, thank you. I'm too busy. But mark my words, they will come back if they continuously see what Rotary is doing in your community. They will come back. They will come around. And it's just important for them to be asked. I mean, I think people are flattered when you ask them that, to tell them that they are the quality person that would make an amazing Rotarian. So public images starts with one person to the club. We have RI, we have our district 50/30. We got big plans for 50/30. I'm trying to be your public image chair for the district. So we'll see how that goes. You all know more than I do. I'm just the daughter of a madman from the 70s, so, and a counselor. So let's go on to the next slide. And this I got from Blake Messer from his amazing membership talk, membership retention. You want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, we go together. I really loved that Blake showed. So I took a picture of it. Okay, next. So like I said, we're forming a mini PIOT, public image team, okay? We need you, we need your expertise. I know you're out there. Are you a marketing guru? Do you love social media? We need your expertise. We are exploring a comprehensive campaign to include PR, print, radio, and even bus transit. So, like I said, contact me, please, ASAP, because the bus is leaving the station. We're gonna hit the ground running for Kathy Gibson's year. So thank you, and Bill is gonna help too. So we've got lots of experts out there that will give up their time so we can be on the same page and really get awareness out and tell people who we are. Awareness of Rotary is high, but public understanding is low of what we do, and we want to change that. We want to be high on both accounts. So if you have any questions, Greg, I don't know. Oh, that's my last one. Wash your hands and wear a mask, okay?
So we thought this was an appropriate time to,
Yeah.
offer up questions. I do have a question from Larry French.
Oh, wow, Larry.
What are some tips for marketing your club during these social distancing masking times? Speaking of masking.
Yeah. Okay, Bill, you can answer that one.
That's the $10,000 question. This is all brand new material items. Well, social media is of course, one of the active things that we can do. One of the things you can do is that we're looking into it is that there's a lot of businesses that are actually hurting, and there are some clubs that are actually going to the businesses and seeing what they can do to help. And there's I think one of the clubs, Bellevue, I believe, bought a lot of the food from the restaurants and delivered it to Overlake Hospital. So, and I'm constantly trying to get ideas exactly like that idea and share it with all the presidents. We meet about once every 2 weeks with all the district governors up and down the West Coast, and we're having the exact same questions. How do we do fundraising in these times? How do we do the PR work that we do in these times? One of the things that the district's doing, we're writing a PR release. We have spent over $350,000 in COVID-related items since March. And we need to get that word out. And so we've got 50 newspapers that we're sending it out, and the presidents will know about this so they can feed their newspapers in with their local information pictures that they did during their COVID grants that are being done. I had engaged the newspapers. The newspapers is things that they can do, the local newspapers. They want pictures. They want to know, if you look at the media, they want to have good stories. They want to have things that people are action. And what we have done, what every club has done with the COVID grants and things like that, we can really promote right now. And also you can give this an opportunity to really somehow, this is where I'm struggling with the idea. And so I'm really looking for ideas here, is that how do we ask the public to go ahead and consider Rotary as a great way to be to join because of all the work we do. So everything has to have that we give out to the community for PR work and things like that. There should be some type of reply, like for instance, an email address that you can go through. In Mill Creek, they did a free, something didn't cost any money. They actually rounded up every 2 weeks. They do a food drive, and they coordinated the community. And it's over 10 tons of food right now that have been delivered, but that we have their names, we have their addresses. They know what's going on. So there's things that you can do. And I'm going to be sharing a lot of this with the presidents as we go forward. And I know that Kathy is going to be sharing it with the president-elects, because we're sharing this information out. As soon as I hear it, I pass it on to the presidents, and I pass it on, and Kathy's doing it the same thing with the president-elects. Anything, and so if you have an idea, share it. You've got, share it with the other clubs, because we're all in this together. And yeah.
I want to.
Okay, we got a couple more questions here.
Oh, okay. Could I just say one thing? Remember how Paul Harris started Rotary with business people? This is our chance to help business people. And just the other day, I went to the gallery up in our little village and I bought something from her to support her. As I'm leaving to go out to the car, she says to me, I want to join Rotary. So, you know, people want to be a part of people that are trying to help other people. So just keep that in mind. Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Robin. I think that's a really good point to try to support the local businesses. So we have a question from Kathy. Tell us more about the public image resources on Brand Central or Brand Center on the RI website.
Well,
Or is it just a good resource and
well, myrotary.org, I showed you the slide on, you know, brands, and there's lots of things you can read about and ideas for activities too.
do they have things like templates and things you
Oh,
can
yeah, they
create
have
materials?
Templates, everything to download. There's films that you can show to your club. Lots
okay.
of material. Just check it out. Every public image person will need to get their password and sign up for My Rotary. I don't
All
know
right, and
how I do. Okay.
we got another question here from JP. How do we communicate with our target-rich environment, these soon-to-be empty nester PTA parents?
Oh, I like it.
Which actually that's a good idea as well as a question.
Yeah, I like the idea. Let's work on that. Well, I'm going to be in charge of membership of my club. Can I please tackle that? And I'll get back to all of you to see how that goes.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's a good
All
one.
right. That is the end of our questions at this point.
Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. I wanted to thank Kathy and Gene Withers and Bill. I mean, I think this Festival of Training has been amazing. We've got to do this every year. Karma's going to love it. Okay. I really think this is the way to go. I've never seen such a turnout. I've been to all the Saturday district trainings, and it's just not, the group is so small and it ends early, and you know, you don't have a chance to really learn what you need to learn. And I know a lot of us have really enjoyed hearing people and knowing who the people are in our district. So I hats off. I think it's amazing. So I hope we continue.
All right, then.
Namaste. Have a wonderful evening. Please contact me or Bill. We're working together to get this mini PR team together for 50/30. So the more the merrier.
One last question for Bill. Where will they be able to go and download the not only the PowerPoint but the recording?
Well, okay, there's two things. First of all, we have the YouTube video is going to be available on the district channel, and that's going to be posted. It's already posted it's already posted on a couple places. Karma's got that, and I've got 3 videos to post. The PowerPoint presentation that we have right now, I share that with Gene, and then what happens is if the panelists, if Robin wants to share that PowerPoint, then she'll share it to the people that are on this
Sure.
at this meeting.
I see.
So, and it's a very easy thing to do, but it's so far I think only 3 of them, and we might post those at a different area when this is all done. This is all brand new to us, so it's like going, so the PowerPoints might be in a Dropbox or something. We're not quite sure.
I think it's amazing, and I just wanted to add one thing. I think our club is going to do an Instagram live meeting when we get back together, so that some people, if they can't come to the meeting, they can watch the meeting on Instagram live. So within 24 hours. So that's going to be a really cool item, because we've had 92% of all our members have showed up every Wednesday morning on Zoom. So, and I'm sure all of you have had a good experience as well. So anyway, namaste. Have a wonderful evening. Okay, now I will put on my mask.
All right. Enjoy, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Nice job, Robin.
Was
Bill,
it
thank
okay?
you so much for your help.
Yeah, Bill was great. He's just,
Oh, he just dropped off. Okay.
he probably left too. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I couldn't have done anything without you.
Well, we made it. We made
Yeah,
it.
we made it. I feel sweaty. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
good
you had the nervous part. You had to do all the talking.
Yeah, well, I got out my jitters, so that was good.
Yep.
Okay,
Congratulations.
thank you. Thank you so much. How many more do you have?
I have one more.
Oh, okay, good. Which one is it?
Yeah, I'd have to go back to the site, except I think I've logged out of there. I think it's a brainstorming one for young members.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, so that'll
So
be,
that'll be fun.
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Good. Okay, thank you so much. Tell Karen thank you for all your time. Okay,
Well, once we get out of here, then we can all go out and celebrate.
we will. Yes, we will.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. And let's see, recording in the